LGBT tech. It's so great to connect and see so many friends, as well as meet so many new people here today. Before I get started, I think it's important that I disclose something, is that we just launched our Digital Navigator program. I know so many of you have had fully fledged built programs for years, but LGBT tech is not new to advocating for our community around equitable connectivity. Programs like our Power On program, which has been running for years, now distributes technology across 38 states and 2 US territories, distributing almost $400,000 worth of technology. And we've served over 250,000 LGBTQ individuals. We've also worked tirelessly on the policy front, advocating on Capitol Hill and in state houses. And I've personally served 3 terms on the FCC's Diversity Committee, with my most recent service as a working group chair, working on things like digital divide and digital discrimination. But we knew it was time to launch our Digital Navigator program. In fact, LGBT Tech's Digital Navigator, Aaron Rook, was hired on August 14th and just launched the program last month. With support of ProjectUp, we were excited to be able to get this program off the ground because we recognize how important connectivity was for our community. You see, data is a key for us. The adult LGBTQ community in the US makes up 7.2% of the population. That's 20.2 million individuals, or larger than the entire population of New York State. If we include 13 and up, our community makes up 25.9 million people in the United States. And that means that the LGBTQ population would outrank 47 of the 50 states. There are more lesbians in the US than there are farmers, more gays in the US than there are in the entire population of Utah. There are more bisexuals in the United States than the entire population of Georgia. And there are more transgender individuals in the United States than all of the police and detectives combined in the entire US. Our community is massive. It is a massive part of this country. Yet, you can imagine my disappointment back in 2013 when founding this organization that the LGBTQ voice was left out of the National Broadband Plan. While I let that sink in for a moment, I want to introduce myself properly. By training in nature, I am an entrepreneur. And that is the mindset that I lead everything with. My core language is minimum viable projects, test, edit, pivot, repeat, improve the mold, break the mold. And I also happen to be neurodivergent, which my team loves. But they also thrive in it. The team we built didn't let a single speck of dust settle underneath of their feet. In a few short weeks, they had this program up and running and were already contacting individuals to go ahead and sign them up. In 4 weeks, we've trained across 7 states and 2 US territories, 12 different organizations with a potential reach of over 6,000 individuals. And we're just getting started. Because we know that half of LGBTQ individuals, 1 in 3, 44%, might be eligible for ACP by income. By the time we hit January 2024, we will have completed 20 in-person trainings, 2 large regional trainings across 17 states, reaching almost 5 million individuals, actually over that. And that's not all. We're taking it a step further. We're leaning into our digital influencers, our LGBTQ digital influencers, to tell their story about why digital connectivity is so important, how it helped them build their platform and their community across these viral networks, truly bringing together the reality of this full circle of connectivity. One of our Power On centers, that reminds me of a story, one of our Power On centers actually received their technology, and within a few weeks, they had set up a workshop, a gender change workshop, as well as a legal identifier workshop. And there was a participant in that workshop that felt like they were in a safe space. And as I quote, it was absolutely life-changing for them to be in that space. I'm so excited about the potential for this program, the future of our communities, working together to make them more connected and stronger. That's why we're here, right? We've been given the opportunity to work together, work with amazing partners, and work on amazing things. To learn from each other here in this room, to think outside the box. I'm going to say it again because we've heard it a lot. to use the data at our fingertips to make better and faster decisions, ultimately ensuring that collectively, our communities not just survive, but thrive. Please come find me today. Let's talk about data. Let's talk about how